Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dee, aka The Messy Perfectionist, and on my channel I like to share real talk, inspirational, personal growth, life tips, and more. Lately I've been sharing a lot about my personal health journey, particularly VSG, and in this video I'm going to share with you guys my 4-month post-op update. I would just like to take a moment and say thank you to everyone who has supported and subscribed to my channel. It means more to me than you can know. I did not think that I would get over 200 subscribers in this short amount of time, as I have really no social media that I'm sharing this content on, and it's purely from you guys just discovering the videos yourselves, which is amazing. And I really wanted to create this channel and content to help other people that are possibly considering this surgery or just need help in one of the areas that I talk about. So thank you. If you have any suggestions or comments to share, please do so below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started on my 4-month post-op update. So in the last month, I lost a total of 9 pounds. That brings me to a total of 55 pounds lost to date. Amazing. I am feeling so much better. I am feeling good physically, mentally, emotionally. Of course, there are challenges and issues like with everything, and I'll go ahead and touch on those things. But overall, I'm feeling really good. As far as inches goes, in the last month, I lost 2 inches off of my waist, 2 inches off of my hips, 1 inch off my thighs, nothing off of my biceps, 1 inch off of my chest, and nothing off of my neck. Now, I will be real with you guys, and I have loose skin on underneath of my arms, like a lot of us ladies get the bat wings. We're so lucky. So I wasn't sure how taut to hold the measuring tape. So I did the best I could. So based on that, not holding it too taut, I didn't lose anything off of my biceps on the last month. But overall, I lost a total of 10 inches in total off of my waist, 9 inches in total off of my hips, 4 inches in total off of my thighs, 3 inches in total off of my biceps, 6 inches off of my chest, and 2.5 inches in total off of my neck. I'm so glad I started measuring to see my progress in other ways other than just the scale, particularly because I have been working out so much and I can feel myself getting stronger, and so I know that I must be building muscle and losing fat. So it's just a really nice way to kind of mark your progress as well. In regards to food intake, I would say it's been about the same. It's hard, at least according to my memory. I am still doing my decaf coffee in the morning with my scoop of Vital Proteins, collagen, and also some of my Premier Protein or other whey protein powder to that's my breakfast, and to also kind of give myself that extra protein. I have noticed a difference when I'm not having enough protein in regards to my strength and endurance and also weight loss progress. So really trying to be better about that, as well as my water intake. Those are the two biggest things I think you have to be super mindful about after this surgery. Your hydration, because your stomach is very small and you can eat very little amount of food and you can't drink at the same time you eat. So you have to kind of plan that out a little bit. And sometimes I don't do perfect, especially with working out, and I get home and I'm hungry and I will have a lunch, and sometimes I go, God, I wish I just had like a protein shake for my lunch because I'm thirsty and now I can't drink. So that's a challenge that I am trying to work around, and have found that I'm doing a little bit better with just having that whey protein shake after my workout. That's my lunch. And if I'm really thirsty, I didn't drink enough while I was working out or whatever, choose that shake instead. I'm going to be honest, I am not a low carb VSGer. I low carbed my way all the way up the scale. I was very intolerant of carbohydrates, where if I looked at a piece of bread, it was like 10 pounds up, okay, that's dramatic, but you guys get what I'm saying. I have said this 1,000 times on this channel, but I really am working towards a healthy relationship with food, self-image, all of those things, and not eliminating entire food groups. I have done that all my life, very vigorously within the last 10 or 15 years, and I'm not going to do that anymore. So I eat my carbs when I, want them. They're healthy carbs. I make my own sourdough bread, so that's been like the bread that I've been consuming. And sometimes if I just want to have that for lunch with a little bit of shake later, I allow myself to do that. As long as I'm losing weight, as long as my labs look good, as long as I'm getting stronger, I'm not overeating, I think I'm doing good. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I do try to balance my meals with a vegetable, protein, and carbohydrate. I do skip carbohydrates sometimes. Say if I come home from the gym and I'm hungry and we make some eggs, I will just have just the eggs, and I'm fine with that. I love being satisfied with a small amount of food. I know I've mentioned that before, but it's just so helpful when you feel satisfied and full from eating a tiny amount of food. It's just great. I don't know how else to say it. I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about what my activity and body movement looks like for the week. I have been consistently going to the gym at least 4 times a week, sometimes 5 days a week. I will take off Wednesdays and I'll take off a Saturday or a Sunday, or sometimes both, and just keep it at the 4 days a week. But lately I've been going 5 days, probably more likely, and taking either Saturday or Sunday off, and always Wednesday. On Monday, I do a class called Yin Yoga, and that is recovery yoga. So it's just kind of, stretching muscles. It's really gentle. You want to go nappy time afterward. That's the kind of yoga class it is. On Tuesdays and Thursdays are my favorite workout class, which is body pump. I just love it so much, and I've seen such a difference with my strength and endurance, and I'm just having so much fun. I started that class, and it's a traditional strength training class with some cardio. And I started with 2.5 pound weights on each side of the barbell. I hurt so much after the first time I went to this class. I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this class, because I hurt for like 4 days after. But I went back, and I went back again, and I went back again, and have slowly increased my weights. I am now up to 7.5 pounds on each side of the barbell with most exercises, and 10 pounds on each side when I'm doing the squat exercises. So definitely feeling that. I can feel my muscles in my quads. It was really interesting. I'm like laying in bed the other day, and I'm like, wow, my legs feel hard. I'm like sitting here touching my legs, and so that's a great feeling, as to know that I'm building that strength up. I have noticed, due to, and I attribute it to the strength training, my rib that I had such an issue with popping out all the time, and I constantly have to get adjustments, and it just doesn't stay very well when you have a slipped rib. My rib is staying in place better overall. As long as, I keep good form when I'm working out, it's been better. It hasn't been as much of a hassle as it has been over the last several years. I'm still having issues with my right shoulder. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in previous videos or not, but so there's things in class that I definitely have a reduction in movement. It's just crazy, because on a barbell I can have the weights and I can lift it, and then they're just like simple 2.5 pound weights to do certain movements like this, like even just pulling, it hurts. It just hurts. I have avoided getting imaging for obvious reasons. I live in the US, and we have just an amazing healthcare system here, where even if you have insurance, it still costs you hundreds or thousands of dollars to get medical care. And so I've just been trying to avoid that. But I think the next time I go to the doctor's office, they're probably going to be like, okay, you've had this since November now. But it is feeling a little bit better. I don't know. I still have a hard time sleeping at night. It still wakes me up. If I turn over on my side and I'm on it, it's awful. But Yeah, other than that. The other thing is my hormones, I feel like have definitely been wonky. I have not had a cycle in about 2 months. And I was starting to have a cycle healthfully again. And I have a history of PCOS. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but I have polycystic ovarian disease. And so I've always had hormone issues and cycle issues my entire life. But now, yeah, I think I'm in the beginning stages of perimenopause. I was told that about a year ago and was just kind of devastated with that because I just felt like so old. I was like, wow, here we are. Yep. And I'm trying not to let that determine how I feel, but it's hard. I think it's hard for us as women as we get older, and I'm 42 now, so I probably am in the stages beginning of perimenopause, especially particularly because I've had hormone issues my entire life, and have had cystic ovaries since I was 12. It was the first time I ended up in the hospital with extreme pain, and didn't get diagnosed until late 20s, but that's a story for another day. I did mention in my last video, and I talk about some of the things I feel that VSG has done for me besides just weight loss. I'll go ahead and link it up here, but I talked about my thyroid and how my medication dropped significantly. So that was pretty impressive, though my antibodies were still very high, which is weird because my antibodies are so high, but we're dropping a dose. So I'm not sure. Still dealing with chronic fatigue. I have to watch how much I do at the gym because if I do too much, it just wipes me out completely and then I can't function. I will be having some more blood work done shortly and will have my cortisol checked and see all that. So hopefully I can start building my adrenals back up. I keep saying that. It's been a couple of years where they're just haven't really recovered from that lifetime of chronic pain and lifetime of extreme stress and, very difficult youth. So I'll take my wins though, and I know I feel better than I did a year ago. And I have to put things into perspective to acknowledge those wins and be grateful for them. Moving forward, I would say that's that. Just really acknowledging those wins, focusing on the positive, continue to build my strength and endurance and feel good about myself and what I'm doing. Watch what I'm eating in regards to making healthy eating choices, which I feel like I've done overall. I am working on that inner critic voice that we've talked about before, where I do still feel a lot of guilt if I have a snack or do something that every single other human being on this planet does. But when you have been heavy your whole life and you have been in the dieting routine your whole life, and it's really hard. It's a hard thing to break, and it can be challenging. Overall, I feel like I do really well, but we all have our bad days, right? We all have those moments. So I think that's about it for now, you guys. I wanted to give you my 4-month update and kind of my progress and where I'm at. Again, thank you for all your support, and let me know if you have any comments or suggestions. I would love to hear from you down below, or you can also contact me through my website, which is listed in the description. You can contact me personally via email. I do wish everyone well out there. Hope everyone's doing good, getting ready for spring, getting warmer. Not that I'm rushing the heat over here in Arizona. When it gets hot here, it just gets hot. So I'm trying to enjoy the chill that we've had the last couple days, and not looking forward to 110-degree weather, but maybe that's just me. All right, you guys, I guess that about wraps it up. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.